Hi everyone, Zero Night 101 here from GPT, bringing you another series to our channel. This series is just a plain old Let's Build, showing you some of the interesting stuff I've come across while I've been playing Minecraft over the years. Most of these tips have been helpful in servers that I've been on, as well as just fun to do in my free time. The series may help some of you who are just learning Redstone to get started, and even give some people who already know how to use Redstone some new tricks if you haven't figured it out. So, let's get started, shall we? The first today's topic will be melon harvesting. Now, I enjoy melons because they're pretty awesome. I like it when I find them in abandoned mine minecart railways and stuff like that. Fortresses, dungeons, stuff like that. But I've never been I never cared to harvest each one independently, so I've always been a redstone fan. So I designed this simple one where I just step on this pressure plate and boop, it plops it right up. And not a bad thing. I mean, 20 watermelons, one go, and you don't have to worry about messing up anything. It's pretty nice. Alright. Let me clear out my inventory real quick. Nah, it's fine. Alright, so this is the simplest design I've come up with. It's small, it's compact. Nothing fancy about it. It just functions and it works. That's what's most important. Alright, next up is a slightly bigger version of that, but a bit more decorative. It's got the walls. It keeps when it plops it up, it usually keeps everything within the unit, and it just looks nice. I mean, if you want something simple, that's great over here. If you want something a bit more decorative, you can always do something like this. You can do it any way you want. I'm going to show you how all this works. Anyway, this one, just like the pressure plate one, instead this one is a button operated unit. I push the button and it plops it up. There are 5 melons to here, so I got a bit more than what I started with the other one. Ah, and look at that, it already grew back. One thing that's nice about this is that the bushes behind are ready to, like, produce them. This gets them out of the way really quick, and you get some additional ones. Alright, now for a more bigger one over here. This one is probably one of my favorites. I mean, not just I don't like the fact that it's big and bulky, but I just like how it works. Because, like I said, I'm lazy on some of this stuff. Here, let me clear up the weather real quick. And make sure that we stay in the day zone. Okay. Anyway. This one is known as the Melon Crusher. It's big, it's bulky, but it looks cool, and it operates pretty easily. You just do this, and it pushes all of it to you. Now, there's one problem with this design. Since the Melon Crusher doesn't have any way of blocking it like the others, or anything, their melons still get stuck. Some of them get stuck on top of the unit, some get stuck underneath the bushes, but you know, that's not a big deal. I mean, as long as you have it opened up around the sides here, you can still harvest it, and you get most of them in one go. It's just a really cool animation with the whole, it plops down, water soars, it crushes the melons, and it just comes to you. Always kind of like that auto harvesting thing. Alright, now that's out of the way, let me show you how to design the simple one and that one. I won't bother with this one because this one operates on the exact same principle as this one. Once you get the idea of what I'm doing here, you'll see how to use this to your advantage as well. Alright, let's get started, shall we? First things first, I got the pistons. Next up, dirt. Hit. Now we need water. Hit. Just kind of getting this thing set up. Alright, I did. Now that's not where the pistons get placed. I just used it to put dirt up. The pistons actually go right here. This is so that this is where the seedlings will grow. Once I tilt the land a little bit here, let me get a hoe. I'm going to be as effective to this as possible. Alright. I like how I don't crush the... Alright, I got dirt there. Okay, so that's how that looks. See that? Exactly the same, except that has the glowstone on the corners. I won't bother with that. You can design this however you want. This is just to show you how this functions. Alright, next up, I need to redstone this stuff. Alright, that's as far as I need to go there. Next up, oop, what am I doing? I'll go as far as that. Okay, the next part of this design requires a pressure plate. Okay, I put one here, one here, one here, and one here. Alright, and I'll put down some melon for the heck of it. Alright, now most people don't realize that you can actually send a signal from a block above with a pressure plate, which is nice, like so. Voila! This is the simplest way of doing it. It's not bulky, it's out of the way, and it's completely flat. So you can still add to it and just change out the redstone circuits. Okay. We now have an idea how this works. Alright, let me clear this baby up. And show you how the big bulky one over there works. Okay. I can actually make this design a bit bigger. Just like the one over there, because I'm going to be using water. So for the heck of it, I will use 5, just like over there, on each side. Put that down like that. Oop. There we go. And then I will note that I know there's other people who have used this design before. The problem is finding out who created it the first, so unfortunately, since I can't figure that out because there's too many videos stationed and no one's ever really claimed who made it first, I'm not going to really bother with giving whoever made it the credit, unless I can make sure that it was them who solely did it. I do apologize to anyone who feels I'm offending them in this situation. It's not. It's just, it's too much hassle to try and figure out. So I'm sorry. If you know who you are, post your name in the comments. Thank you. That's all I can ask. Anyway, there we go. Now I need to put dirt there. Dirt there. And you know what? Just so I can make this more distinguishable for what I'm trying to do, this is where the water will be. Okay. There we go. Redstone repeater there. Redstone repeater there. And connect. Forgot. This one's the connector that goes to the roof of the convention, so I need to change that and make it go that way. Yeah. There we go. Because I have this linked up in a different pathway, actually. Let's get rid of this. That was a mistake. My bad. Alright, so I got the repeaters, the redstone lines here. And here. And for the heck of it, water there. Get rid of that. Get the seeds. Get the hoe. Okay. I do this because I want to show you what it looks like, and the seeds keep the ground from turning back to normal. Okay. And I just realized how stupid I was. I made this too small. I gotta do this. Okay. I have the circuit set up properly, so I don't have to change that. It'll still function the way I need it to function. Okay. There we go. Now I'll put the dirt back. Now I need to connect this stuff. Okay. There we go. That should do the trick. Okay. First things first, I need to invert the signal real quick. There we go. Next, I need to get rid of that water. I don't want all my progress being wasted. Now, there we go. I got that pulled up, taken care of. Alright, Alright, I need to make the signal travel underneath this. So I can do this. The harvesting zone. Okay. That should do for what I need. Alright. Since we got the signals and everything, the idea is to get it over here to where the switches are. So, let's make sure that works. Alright, let's get rid of my hoe and seedlings and get myself a switch. Man, it really thunders down here. Let's make sure this works. Awesome. Wow. That was a big one, wasn't it? Weather. Clear. Thank you. Okay. Now I got that side to work. Now the nice thing about redstone is you actually can just put it next to the adjacent block, so it doesn't have to actually connect to it. It just needs to be near it, so it'll activate the signal. Which is nice. Always thought it had to like point towards it or something. Felt really dumb once I discovered this by accident one day. Okay. Now you see this is the simple system right here. Now then, since this is all taken care of, and I just realized that I screwed up again. Yep. Oh well, simple fix. I need to move this down a bit. Mostly because I need to make... Wait, does this work? I can't remember. I believe it does, but no, it doesn't. I guess I should have remembered that. Alright, put that like that, put like that. There. The signal's inverted. Alright, wait, how did I do that? That means the switch system I have set up over there won't deactivate this. I gotta remember, how did I connect this inverting signal path? Oh, right. Duh. Since it was buried underground, all I did was put this like this. And just had the thing travel upward. Duh. Okay, and then I just dug underneath here. Yep. Did a similar deal right here. Yep. Guess I don't really need that. Okay, oh wait. You know what? One switch is good enough. I don't even know why I put two switches in the beginning. That's just gonna be confusing. Look at this. I'm already simplifying it as I speak. Alright, so you only need the one switch to make it work. Alright, that's taken care of. Let's make this daytime. Alright, so let me review everything. I got the signal inverter here, which makes everything stay on when the switches are off. And there's enough redstone lining to go all the way around. Now keep in mind, this is all buried under the ground, so you will never see this circuits, except for. And there's always ways of hiding it. Like I said, the signal can be right underneath the block, like so. I'm just showing you one way of doing this. There's always a way to simplify this. Alright, next up. Repeater. Redstone. Hit. Hit. Come on, fly. Fly. There we go. Now I need to make a roof. This is where the crusher comes in to play. Yep, right around there is where I'm going to need the glass, which I better grab some before I forget. Under decoration, I prefer panels. You can pretty much use whatever you want. Do you want to use bars? Go right ahead. It'll work exactly the same. Alright, make this bigger. Break that. Put that down. Alright. Okay. Now to put the crushing pieces down. Oop, one too many. And over there I have glowstone, but I'm just going to use iron blocks like I said. I'm not trying to make this look fantastic like I did over there. I'm just showing you how it works. Okay. Now I need to cover up the top here. Hit. Down I go. Alright. Next up. The signal. Alright. Put it like this. Oop. Redstone is too high. Yeah, I have it to that height, I believe. Unless I did that differently. Oh well. It's fine. So basically, I'm just making a tower right... Let me explain this. I'm making a tower right here, which sends the signal straight up to this redstone torch. Let me demonstrate. As you can see in the distance there, it turned off. Let me make it clear again so you can see. And make it daytime so it's brighter out. Okay. It inverts the signal. This is a nice way to make a signal travel straight up. All you have to do is place a block like this, redstone, block, redstone, block, redstone, and it'll just invert the signal constantly. So when you activate it, notice how the torch up there is active. Turn the signal, it changes the pathway. So you just gotta make sure you put it enough down to where you get to the signal point you want. I think I did this to... I think I remember now. I need to do this once more. Because I don't want the signal to be active. Alright. Let me turn this back on so I don't get confused. Alright. Now I put this like so. I put it here. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we're in business. Now, you just for some of these pistons in the ceiling, you don't have to do what I did in the ground. You just have to put the redstone on top of a block that's above the piston. So when you activate such device, like so, voila! It's just that simple. Nothing too complicated about that. And if you want the top to have a delay, you got the repeater here to make a signal so it has a 4-second delay. So you can just do that, which would limit the damage it does. Alright, let me put down the water. Block off this real quick for design purposes. Okay. This is just a rough design. The design over there is much simpler than this. But anyway, I like these signal tower inverters because all you have to do is do this, and you can hide them pretty good. That way it just looks like a random tower. That's what I like about them. Plus, it makes it less bulky, and you use less redstone for whatever you're building. All right. I need just to put down water, like so. Melon, melon. Melon, melon. Melon, 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 melon. Okay. Moment of truth. Let me just... This is supposed to be... You know what? It doesn't matter. Cobblestones will do. Hit. Alright. Now, imagine this being the ground. Like over there. And everything is just hidden right underneath it. Alright. To demonstrate what I meant by that signal inverting, I'm going to do what I did over there. Hit. Okay. Here we go. Woo! It works! Look at the melon. And like I said before, it's not going to be perfect. I mean, some of the melons could get off to the side there. But you get the idea. The design works, it's simple, and you can always just walk around and get any stragglers. Alright, this is just one of the cooler looking designs. If you just like an animation to it a bit more than just ground popping out. Alright, that should do it. Our first Let's Build, and it's all about melon. I guess before I sign off, I guess I should also demonstrate one other thing. Here we go. This design... Oops. Also works with pumpkins. If I'm correct. Yep. So there you go. Pumpkin harvester with a little extra. Alright. Let me just replace this. And I'll delete that in the office while I'm gone. Alright, everyone. So long.